It's Wednesday, May 8th, 2019. This is Journal TV and I'm Jerry Clark. It's time for the news. Perhaps this week in the Highlands history books will be termed the Week of Contention, with local governments grappling with extremely tight budget realities due to a lack of area economic growth. In Alleghany County, a 2-cent real estate tax hike plus a small water and sewer increase is projected. In Covington, no tax hike is projected. Here's Alleghany County Administrator John Lanford on the budget, followed by Covington City Manager Clay Goodman on the city's budget. Watch.
Costs associated with the public safety project, radio communications project are starting to come on board. And in order to do that, you're looking at a 2-cent tax increase and a $1 increase on both your water and sewer accounts as well, primarily to cover costs of operation. This is not this is maintaining budget. It's not an improving budget, and that's primarily due to the lack of growth on the revenue side.
The FY20 budget has been developed with no tax or fee increase. The budget is balanced with available resources and represents continued support to maintain current levels of city services. The city, along with many other Virginia local governments, continue to experience stagnant local revenue, with growing demands being placed on the city due to state-mandated cost and infrastructure demands.
As with every year, how much a local government may allocate to a school board is always a matter of intense discussion. But this year's Covington City allocation was even more controversial because additional state lottery money thought by the school board to be designated for school-related needs will be used by the city to help it deal with its many challenges. That didn't sit too well with school board chairman Eddie Clemens. Listen.
When the state has extra money, they see fit to give it to the school systems, considering it extra money. And there's statements from the state that says how that money should be used, capital improvements and this and this and this. But it doesn't say that the city should intercept it in payment of debt.
And now a word from our sponsor. The Alleghany County Board of Supervisors approved a rezoning request from Highland Centre owner Tommy Garton, which will allow Sunoco Industries to relocate their business operations there. And perhaps that will result in allowing another manufacturer, Schaefer Rolls, to expand and hire more employees elsewhere. Watch.
At that time, Schaefer Rolls decided they were going to come in and put their operation in and employ about 20-25 people, which you all are very familiar with. Since then, they've come in and the demand, I think, has far exceeded what they thought was going to happen. They're in desperate need of more space. They went to Sunoco, and Sunoco has agreed that they have given Schaefer Rolls guidelines on what they would like to have done in this facility. We have offered this facility to move them from one location to the other. At the present time, Schaefer Rolls is in the process of going through their engineering and everything to get prices what it's going to cost to remodel.
The city of Covington has had a bit of bad news lately, with South Carpenter Drive and South Ashland Avenue needing some expensive repairs to the tune of about $100,000. And last week, the old roller skating building had to be torn down, also at city expense of about $50,000. Watch.
We asked for the $100,000 because we didn't know what we were getting into. We have completed that project for right at $50,000. I've talked with Mr. Goodman and our attorney, Mr. Popovich, to put me together a declaration to go ahead and immediately get on Ashland, which we are hopeful that we would be certainly in the ballpark of the 50s.
Left us in a position where we were forced to close the street and, in the interests of the public's health and safety, remove the rest of the structure.
Next month, the Alleghany County Board of Supervisors will have to decide between incumbent school board member Craig Lane and Richard Shull to fill the school board seat for the Jackson River District. Here are the two candidates speaking to the supervisors on Tuesday.
Learned a lot over the last 4 years. Learned how good our school system is. I think we've made things better over the time that I've been on the board. I would ask you to reappoint me tonight to that position. I believe there are a lot of things that are undone that I think we need to continue to improve. New Tech is a good example of one of the things we've done at the high school that I feel like I've been on the beginning of that, and I think there are a lot of things that we can continue with there. I've been on committees for the board, salary committees for 2 different years. I was on the JRTC board for a couple of years and represented our board there. And I've been willing to always help and ask questions when needed and really be a good board member for this county. So I would appreciate it if you consider me for that again.
I bring a fresh set of eyes, which being an objective person who, as far as problems would arise, or not just problems, but any situation that would arise, I bring that I would gather as much information as possible on any given situation or problem, and after giving much thought about it, then make a decision, not rush to any judgments on anything.
And we'll be right back. Let's take a look at some upcoming events. And now for local obituaries. Lawrence White Jr., 84 of Covington, died last Saturday. Frederick Tabscott, 73 of Lewisburg, died last Saturday. Corey Nida, 34 of Covington, died on Monday. Kenneth Coleman of Buena Vista died last Saturday. Ralph Cole, 73 of Goshen, died last Saturday. James Holcomb, 57 of Lewisburg, died on Sunday. More information on all obituaries may be found on AlleganyJournal.com. Let's check out the local weather forecast. On Thursday, it should be partly cloudy with scattered showers, high of 81 and a low of 64. And on Friday, mostly cloudy with scattered showers, high of 82 and a low of 64. And on Saturday, mostly cloudy with scattered showers, high of 75 and a low of 63 degrees. And that's the way it is on May 8, 2019. More stories, photos, videos, and interviews are available 24/7, 365 on AlleganyJournal.com, YouTube, and on our soaring Facebook page. Thanks very much for watching Journal TV.